Puerto Rican though. Hey community, good morning, good morning. How are you? Jenenne Macklin here. Your transformational speaker, your wealth guide and catalyst. And how are you today? How are you? I wanted to hop on right quick. It's Friday, and I just called it Friday Fun. And I wanted to ask you to ask yourself, the weekend's coming, at least on the West Coast, we've got some sun. It's 73 at 9 o'clock in the morning, so we're heading toward probably 78, 79. But wherever you are, no matter what the weather is, what can you do to create some fun for yourself? And I say that because it seems like it's so easy for us to get in a routine. We really want to be in a routine because I think being in a routine makes us feel like, that's okay, don't worry. I use my hand sanitizer before I touch my face. We want to get to a routine because if we're doing a routine, then we feel safe. And so much of life that gives us freedom and a sense of fun is what we do that's spontaneous. It's what we think of and go after it, that we may not have considered it the day before, but for this moment, we think about it and say, yeah, let's do that. And that's where we get our aliveness from. We think it's from being in the routines and doing the same thing over and over. That's really kind of superficial. It makes us feel like maybe we're in control. It makes us feel like everything's okay. But when you can think of something today, I don't know if you're working. I asked you to tell me how many of you were essential workers and what you do so we could keep you in our prayers. So please hashtag below essential worker. I am a nurse, doctor, healthcare practitioner, patient, client, coordinator, whatever it is, let us know. In the meantime, though, I'm sorry, my eyes feel cloudy to me, and it's my allergy started yesterday. So they really feel like there's like this film over them. But what gives you joy? What excites you? What can you do today and tomorrow to just kind of take a break? If you're on the TV, and even though I've asked you not to be, to turn the TV off and just be present in every single moment of this day. What could that be? And I bring that up because my son's in school, so he's taken over the living room. And I work in the dining room, and I usually work in my office. But for some reason, the other day, he came outside. He's like, Mom, we have a beautiful backyard. Hey, William, how are you? We have a beautiful backyard. He started pulling the covers off of the Chase Lounge. He pulled the cover off the cabana. He vacuumed it. He swept it. He flipped the cushion over. He brought out some of the other pieces that had been in the, I guess, covered up in storage. And I was like, oh, yeah. I have a whole backyard back here. And I decorated it for my birthday in November, but hadn't done a whole lot because we were in our version of a winter. But when he pulled that off and I sat out there and I had some lemonade and I had my computer and I listened. I didn't turn the computer on at first. The birds were chirping. I think I heard a crow. I heard the, what are those little finches? They just tweet, tweet, tweet. And in Pasadena, we have these wild parrots. They just swoop in and you can hear them because they can destroy or demolish a tree with what they eat on it like in nobody's business. But it gave me a boost of love, of freedom, of being outside. And I thought, oh, this was so nice. And I thought, wow, we're so willing to be in a routine. We're so willing to, let me get up, let me do this, let me do that, let me do that. But how often are you really willing to say, okay, my slate is clean. I don't have anything planned. What do I want to create that would be so much fun? And it could be anything. I'm going to go fix some French toast for my son, and I'll probably fertilize my plants after I get my walk in and fertilize the plants. And then, you know, if you have slip and slides, if you can make a slip and slide, if where you are is warm, if it's sitting outside reading a book, if it's, I don't want to say go to the ocean and sit in your car and look at the ocean because they tell us to stay at home. But what can you create for yourself, for your family that brings you a sense of freedom? It felt so good to be out in my backyard. I could go in the house, out the house, not just in the house the whole time. And then the fun was just enjoying it. I watered the plants. I sprinkled some water around on him to have my computer out. I watched one series later on, and I was out there clearly until my allergies said enough is enough. So try not to get locked in during this time of stay at home. Try not to get locked in doing the same thing over and over and over. I cook every day except for the weekends. Fix something different for breakfast. Let the kids fix something. They have creative ideas that they can come up with for all kind of different things, as well as all kind of fun things. Where are those clothes that you said you're going to get rid of? Have you done that? Go in there and get those clothes out that closet. Won't it be nice to have a new, fresh closet that has room in it? Because what happens? You create a space for more to come. What about that pantry that has food in there you haven't touched in how long, and you're holding it just in case we're in a war or something? You may want to recycle some of that. Or that linen closet, or that tool area with all those tools and all that machinery. Maybe you want to go out there. Maybe the garage is just a mess and the family can come in and say, hey, let's just throw away what we don't use anymore and create some new space for what's to come. Because wonderful, amazing things are on their way to each and every one of us, in spite of what seems to be a really conundrum of a situation. And it really isn't that. I was talking to a woman at the line at Trader Joe's, and she's like, well, we're in California, so we have to hit our peak. She said, then we have to wait for that second wave, and then after the second wave, we'll know what's going on. I'm like, we know better what the rhythm is of this process than the leader seems to know. So trust yourself. Have fun. Let yourself have fun in this process. Oh, let yourself laugh. Do a comedy marathon for yourself. Oh, my son had me watch Despicable 1, 2, and 3. After we had seen them all again, we saw it again. But be willing to step out the box. Don't be so willing to be in a routine, because then when you're in a routine, you feel like you can control anything and everything. What you can control in every single moment is you, is what you think, what you feel, how you speak, how you interact. That's the power we all have in every single moment. Don't let that get robbed because you're sitting there in front of the TV watching all the statistics and all the numbers, and you're tracking everything for the election. And then when you get up, you're tired. Whatever's happening on this day, Friday, you can catch the replay and capture it fully and completely on Sunday. Let this be your getaway day. Get out of your house. Go sleep in a different room than you normally sleep in. Go put on some different clothes than you would normally put on. Go do something different in your house, in your yard, in your community that you normally wouldn't do, so that you stay vibrant, you stay centered, you stay fulfilled, and you don't feel like you're just kind of cramped in this little space and all we can do is go here and go there. All we can do is do this or do that. In that space that we have, make it amazing for you and your family, and have some fun, create some laughter. That's what's good for us. Instead of all this fear is burning up your energy. Fear is bringing you down to a low vibration. But what can you do to laugh and have fun? And, if it's water balloon fights, if it's pillow fights, those things that you can't do that. Don't do this. Don't do that. Just all bars off, no holds. Just have some fun for you, your family, your children, all together and separately. If you colored as when you're younger, go get a coloring book and color something. Have a drawing contest in the house. Have a cooking contest in the house. Read to each other. Couples, get in that bed and read some eroticism to each other. Play with each other. Enjoy each other. Give each other a bath. Tell those kids, you go over there. Give each other a bath or a shower. But do those things that stir your heart and spark your heart with joy, with laughter, and most of all, with gratitude and appreciation. I have you did this a couple of weeks ago. I'll have you do it again. Inhale. Exhale. Say thank you. That's what it's all about, right? We all want to be able to breathe. We're all concerned that we might lose our breath, right? That's what this whole thing, the mask, the fingers, the sanitary, the plastic gloves, that's what it's all about. So in this moment that you can do that and you don't have a fever and you're not coughing, and even if your allergies are bothering you, appreciate it. Inhale, exhale, say thank you. It's just that simple. So I didn't know I looked like this, but I feel it. Now that I can see it, I'm going to go home and put, I don't know what, some Visine in my eyes and wipe them with some cold water and just let it be. But for you, have an incredible weekend. Make it incredible. Turn off the noise. Turn up the music. Turn up the laughter. And most of all, turn up the appreciation. for all that we do have. Don't look at what you don't have, what's been taken away, and you have to stand in line to get this, and you only get so many rolls of toilet paper, and I think I can only get 1 or 2 boxes of tissues today and 1 dozen of eggs. So what? You have so much more to be in gratitude and appreciation about and for. So let that be what leads you into this weekend. Enjoy every moment. No, we don't know what's going to come next. I'm not concerned with what's going to come next. I'm just concerned about right here in this moment, who I am, what I can do, how I can empower you, inspire you to live the most amazing life, even under the circumstances. You and I, we each get to choose how we're going to spend our moments. You can spend them in laughter, in joy, in fun. You can spend them in worry, in fear, in doubt, any kind of way you choose. I'm just saying to you, if you're worried about being healthy, spend it in joy. Spend it in laughter. Spend it in fun. Go do the things that you wouldn't normally do. Go do those things that you tell the kids, oh, you can't do that. No, we're not going to do that. Go break all your own rules, within reason. We're not going to rob any banks or anything like that. You're not going to rob any money out your accounts. Leave your savings accounts alone. But go do whatever it is that you would normally not do and have fun. Yes, joy is allowed during this moment. Appreciation is allowed during this time. Understanding and compassion, even forgiveness is allowed during this time. There's no limit on our ability to spread our families, our homes, and our communities with any amount of love, joy, compassion, understanding, and forgiveness. We always have the capacity to do that right now in this moment. So William, take good care. Thanks for hopping on. When you come on after here, yes, I'm asking you for engagement. Hashtag replay. Let me know what state you're in. Hashtag essential worker. Let me know what you're doing. We will pray for you, hold you in an incredible light of love and energy and protection, knowing that as you serve us, we are serving you, praying for you, thinking about you, not taking you for granted in any kind of way, knowing that your families are being impacted. My neighbor who I just recently met, she and her girlfriend live catty corner from me, where her girlfriend's a nurse. And even though she doesn't want to get sick and her girlfriend is fine, they sleep in separate rooms. So I know it can be difficult for essential workers who are still positive, negative, and you don't have any symptoms of anything. You're making such concessions, and we appreciate all that you're doing. And in the meantime, for those of you, when you get your time off, please get some rest. Please take all the vitamins and everything to boost your immune system. Know that we're praying for you. And then how we help them, so we're not in their hospitals, is let's surround ourselves with some love, with some joy, some happiness, fulfillment. Stop looking at what didn't work, what's not working, what you wish was working. Just stay focused on what you do have. Why y'all all stopping here? Is everybody going in the same house? Focus on what you do have, what you do want, what you can do, what you're willing to do, what are you willing to enjoy? Pillow fights? What about tickling? That seemed like that should be fun. When was the last time you tickled your children? What about sneaking up on somebody and scaring them? I didn't have siblings, but maybe that might be fun. Do you have the chess game? We pulled out Monopoly. I told a friend who usually plays Monopoly with us, I said, we're going to put our Monopoly table in the middle of the grass. We're going to put 3 chairs out 6 feet apart, and we're going to take our turns. Get creative. Don't let this just keep you in a little box. I can only do this. I can only do this. I can only do that. Get creative, because these may be some of our last moments. We don't know. Let's live them to the fullest that we can with those that we say we love, those we've been living with for years. Get to know each other better. Get to know what really ticks on the inside. So when this shifts and we're not as close as we are now, we would have loved each other so much and solidified that relationship so much that we know that it's golden and we appreciate every single moment of it. Take good care. I'm going to go take good care of this. Drink plenty of water, some orange juice, whip me up a quick smoothie, and relax. And think of you having amazing days this weekend, so that you're ready and fulfilled for whatever comes on Monday, if anything comes at all. Take good care. Peace and blessings to you.